Kids, I'm going to start the show as soon as I stretch.
Always stretch before you joke.
I always stretch before I joke.
That was Lauren's mistake. She didn't stretch and everything fell apart.
I did. That's the problem, is the curtains didn't stretch. I did, and they didn't.
Curtains didn't stretch. So, okay, so we're supposedly live. Here we go. I'm starting the show. Here we go. Listen to me. Here we go. Oh, hey, look at that. We're live. Hey, everybody. Hey, this week I got a flu vaccine and a tetanus shot. Add an antibiotic, and it could have been the end of a weekend with the cast of Jersey Shore. Let's start the show.
In a cabin, going crazy, 'cause a flu that's worse than swine swept the planet, so damn it, here we are in quarantine. We've been quarreling, we've been snarling, oh my darling wife of mine. It's a toilet paper zombie apocalypse, so we're here in quarantine.
Hey everyone, it's time for the virtual comedy show starring Brad Tassell and Steve Ray. Tonight, Brad and Steve welcome their very special guest,
Alex Elkin!
live from their respective quarantined homes. And now, please welcome Brad Tassell!
Yay!
Peace, man. Peace and love. I'm already here, going with something different, and I can't remember the last time an angry baby zombie dog was in my area. I miss it. I miss it. So, hi everybody. Welcome to the show. Let's see who's here. Alex, good to see you. You look good. Ooh, nice wall. Jeff Shaw back. Jeff Shaw. Lauren's here. We've got Valerie. We've got Mr. Goody, and we've got, of course, lots of good friends, and Steve is here, and the other Steve. So welcome to the show. Alex, you just got in. Were you somewhere else?
Yeah, I was. I've been getting out. I've been escaping, and anyway, I'm back. I'm here.
Well, welcome. We're thrilled to have you. I hope it's okay. I'm gonna do jokes. I wrote them just down this week instead of pasting them up. Is that okay?
Yes.
Great.
Like this new casual thing where you don't care.
This is my don't care thing.
Nice.
We're taking next week off. I'm protesting something. I don't know what, because I've never been very good at it. So, all right. Well,
you've been
and by the
protesting
way,
comedy your whole career, right?
That's true. That's true. I've been protesting. It's like alt comedy, but without even more laughs.
Well, it's definitely an alternative to comedy. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He's alt wrong is what he is.
It's alt wrong. I know. It's amazing. How do you make a living for 32 years and you don't do very well? So, by the way, it's been a tough week. By the way, it's been a rough week. You know, it's a rough week when a major hurricane hitting landfall is story number 7. I think that's that's a tough week. Okay, here we go. If you're ready, here. This is going to be a weird week. Anyway, first joke. Joe Exotic, you remember him, from Tiger King, has formally asked Trump for a pardon in a handwritten letter. The response he got was, "Get in line," which came from everybody that has worked for Trump for the last 4 years. Vladimir in jail? I don't know. Okay. Here we go. Hey, Bill Gates' dad passed away this week. Kind of sad. Yeah. Did you hear that, Lauren?
Yeah.
He was 94. Wow. And he was surrounded by his family, and with his last breath, he reached up and grabbed his son and said, "Try to track me now, you bastard." I can't get off the Bill Gates tracking people thing. Okay, I'm looking at faces. It's not good this week.
It is.
Bob's enjoying it.
I got to tell you, thanks, Bob. I got to tell you, though, I got these 2 vaccines at the same time, and I've been cloudy ever since. I don't know what it's just been 2 days of being a little cloudy. So
With the chance of meatballs.
Shout with the chance of meatballs. So anyway, okay, so Trump held I guess we all know Trump held a, let's call it a confusing town hall with ABC this week. At one point, he accused Joe Biden of taking performance-enhancing drugs to sound articulate and smarter. And I don't know if that's true. It might be true. but I do know for sure after watching the town hall, I can safely say Trump has taken no such drugs. Hey, during the ABC town hall interview, Trump questioned why Biden hadn't issued a my mouth is not working this week. Let's try it again. Somebody else read
drugs, man. You need some of them drugs.
Somebody else. I know. And dinner. So during the ABC town hall interview, let's go with take two. During the ABC town hall interview, Trump questioned why Biden hadn't issued a national mandate for masks for the U.S. And really, I don't think we need a joke there because Biden's not the president. But by the way, Biden's in response said, "I won." I won. What do I have to do? Mail-in vote worked. I bet no one has heard this. Tell me if anybody's heard this. I'm going to look at everybody. I can't look at everybody. The D.C. police confirmed that in August, they asked the National Guard if they had a heat ray to use as a weapon against protesters. Anyone? Let me see faces. Anyone?
Yes.
You've heard it? Alex is a yes or a no?
No, I haven't heard that.
No. Steve?
I have not.
It is true. They asked if they had a heat ray they could use as a weapon, and if they could borrow it for $1 million.
Good.
That was about the worst Dr. Evil, though, I think it hurt. By the way, the National Guard refused, saying that they still hadn't returned the disintegration ray they borrowed for Trump's inauguration. Let's think way back to 4 years ago and how many people were at the inauguration. So,
or the leaf
disintegration. Or the really, really strong leaf blower. That joke would have been harder to write. Okay, how far are we in? Way too many minutes. Jimmy Kimmel will host the Emmys from the Staples Center, but without audience or nominees. They also will not have the regular pre-show red carpet, the gushing over the gowns, and the big opening number. Fans are calling the show actually watchable. No? Okay.
I enjoy it.
I thought that was...
You need a "Who are you wearing" joke here.
Who are you wearing?
Who are you
Why
wearing?
are you wearing? Well, everybody asking me why I'm wearing it.
Actually, I don't even care what the joke is. I just like watching you flip pages and not care.
Yeah, I just...
Enjoying that very much.
Not dancing around. Hey, I'm famous on TikTok now.
Exactly.
Right.
I've got over 900... Alex, I love what you're doing with the TVs. I've got over 900,000 views, not $1. Okay, here we go. Amazon is about to open 1,000 neighborhood sweatshops. I mean warehouses. Sorry. To keep up with demand for online orders, they will be specifically built near shopping centers and neighborhoods to stop employees whining they can't get lunch in 10 minutes. They also will hire 100,000 additional workers to pack and sort at a cost of $50. And lastly, they announced they would fill 33,000 corporate jobs also to make sure the employees aren't making a decent living. Okay, just too true on that one. I don't know. That one.
Just got to pause after the punchline so I know it's a punchline.
Well, first of all, okay. Anybody out there want to say there was a punchline in there
There
anywhere?
were 3 punchlines in there.
I thought you were protesting punchlines.
Yes, I am. I'm violently protesting punchlines. Matter of fact, the gas you see coming in a minute. Okay.
In a hat like that,
Dancing
you're
with the
vibrant.
Stars. The what?
I said, in a hat like that, you're vibrantly opposing.
That's right. I'm vibrantly. I'm also, I'm supporting. Okay. So anyway, Dancing with the Stars season. I didn't even look. God knows. Who knows? They debuted facing a lawsuit by the Sky, who said, "I don't see no stars." Because Valerie, I think that was boo, and you'd be right. Hey, the list of dancing hopefuls. Did you know who's on Dancing with the Stars? I didn't, because I just saw a report. Carol Baskin from Tiger, another Tiger joke. Carol Baskin, whose husband had said, "You'll dance over my dead body."
Ooh.
No. Does anybody know that her husband's dead? And
Yeah.
Wasn't he eaten by a tiger? And they think she did it?
He was.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. Next. Losing faith, folks. Rapper Nelly is also on the show. Rapper Nelly, who now makes Corey Feldman look legit. And Anne Heche. Anne Heche, who said she hasn't been this embarrassed since she showed up on a Fresno doorstep 20 years ago. This is like the oldest jokes in the world. Pulling that from. Remember when she was?
Yeah.
Remember she was wacky? Okay.
What?
Okay. What? I'm looking for anything at this point. Okay, 2 more, and then we're gonna have comedy. Terry Bradshaw tonight. Tonight, Terry Bradshaw debuts in his new E! Channel show. The Bradshaw Bunch follows the ex-Steelers quarterback and his wife and their daughters and their husbands as they try and figure out how to kill Terry and stay in the will. Okay, everybody.
Yeah.
Yay!
You know what? Let's move on with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex, I apologize I had you here this week. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at him. He's got to save us. It's Steve Goody, everybody.
Oh, that's nothing like a nice build-up to make this guaranteed not to work.
Yeah,
Hi, everybody.
I dug a hole that you can't get
Oh,
out
it's a
of.
hole. It's a heck of a hole. Well, we've got another top 10 list for you. This is our 24th top 10 list, and I think this is a pretty good one. You know, we're doing the top 10 list because nobody else is, so that's our job. Category tonight, top 10 new restaurant policies. You know, a lot of restaurants are opening up now with new policies of more 25%, 50%, 75% capacity, distancing, masks, curbside, all that stuff. Lots of new policies, so we're going to go over the top 10 new restaurant policies. Number 10, sneeze guard goes all the way around the building.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Number 9, straws are acceptable again, so you can suck your meal through a hole in your mask. All right. Number 8, your maitre d' will show you to your spot in the drive-through line. Okay. Here we go. Number 7, free refills on your get the hell out! It helps if you yell, I find.
Screaming is good.
Number 6, McDonald's Playland is now actually shaped like a Petri dish. Come on, work for
How's the
it.
ball pit?
It's true, though.
Number 5, soup du jour equals you're going to eat that soup in the parking lot. I wasn't sure if I should do that Italian or not. You're going to eat that soup in the parking lot. But
Yes.
it's supposed to be French. Soup du jour is French. I got confused. It doesn't matter. Number 4, we reserve the right to refuse service to everyone. Number 3, did you save room for dessert is now desert the room, save yourself. These are our top 10 new restaurant
minute.
policies.
Stop a second.
Okay.
So is it when you desert something, like leave something?
I checked the spelling. I did.
I just want to know. Okay.
I did. Okay. Number 2, you know how New York delis name sandwiches after celebrities? Now every sandwich is a Howie Mandel. I thought that was better than a groaner. All right. And the number 1 new restaurant policy, number 1 condiment, Purell. I screwed it up. I almost said Purcell.
That's good too.
That was stupid. I blame Bob.
I blame Bob. Oh my God.
It's an early music joke, Steve.
Oh my God.
Get
Steve
the hell
Goody,
out!
everybody. Hey, I'll give you 60% at least on that one.
Thanks. I'll take it. That's a D+.
Yeah, I'll take that.
All right.
D+. I think we're all a little frothy right now.
Yeah, I got a contact
you know
stupid
what?
from Brad.
Well, and you know what's funny is that, people kind of mocking me and stuff like that and saying, Alex is saying my career's never been very good. But,
I did not say
No, I didn't
Alex.
say that. I said Your career's been great. I said your comedy has been terrible.
Oh, got it. Oh, see, that makes up for everything. Thank you.
Different.
Well, and I don't worry about it, because let me tell you, I was a mime in a liquor store many years ago. That was my job. So
What
So
was
this
it?
is a step up. Yeah.
this is a step up. So heckling me is nothing compared to, putting drunks in a box, so that's always good. Okay. Well, we've really gotten to a great start, but we have more to come. Are we ready for more to come? She's got herself together, finally. We had I guess you couldn't call it a wardrobe malfunction. I guess you'd call it, Lauren Mayer, everybody. I guess you'd call it a set malfunction.
Yeah, my curtain fell over as we were getting set up, and as they could all see, and anybody who was here early, I'm by myself. So putting the sides of a curtain rod is not fun alone. So
You trashed your entire set. It was like the end of a Who concert, but you did it before your set.
I'll do anything to amuse you, Brad.
Like Eric Andre.
So
That's right.
So Steve asked, and this is by request of Steve, this is the song I just put out yesterday. It's a real quick one. So I'll do a little politics, and I've done religion before, and then I'll have to end with sex so I can offend everybody.
Yay.
So,
Yay.
this week's news. Can you all hear? When COVID-19 spread, Trump just played golf instead, because with science he did disagree. He knows what cures the virus, herd mentality. The tapes have proved he lied all those times he denied the crisis he said would end magically. He thought he'd pull it off with herd mentality. Why are red state folks scared of simple tasks, social distancing and wearing masks? Because they listen to lies that pour on from that moron. And think of all those books about the White House crooks, what keeps them back in Trump's idiocy. They've all got well-developed herd mentality. Trump keeps mocking Biden's intelligence while he proves his own incompetence, peddling conspiracies in such a coy way. Oy vey! This thing he wants to try means millions more will die. Well, math was never a Trump specialty, or English, or science, or facts, so he's advocating herd mentality. Meanwhile, his fans are illustrating herd mentality. Let's hope the vote will start obliterating this absurd herd mentality.
Yay!
If that tune sounds familiar, you're as old as I am.
That
That's
wasn't
a very-
political at all.
Oh, that's a parody of Personality. It's a great tune with horribly sexist lyrics.
Yeah.
As long as we're talking about sex.
Sex!
Oh, here we go. Actually, this song you will think is dirty. Whether you think it's dirty will tell me a lot about how dirty a mind you have. So this is my stress release. Whenever my day is full of problems and stress, I know just the way to ease my weariness. I simply proceed to get the fix I need. It's all there for me on cable TV. Know what do you think it is? Food Network. It's convincingly breezy. Every dish delicious, and it seems so easy. I start to think maybe I could make Mediterranean couscous or icebox lemon cake. Food Network, where the equipment's always nicer. I start to think I need a French ceramic ricer. I may never make a single recipe, but oh, it looks so good to me. They whip up soufflés that look so refined. A lime mocha mousse that makes me lose my mind. It all turns out great. Their egg whites never deflate. If I keep watching every day, I might be the next Rachel Ray. Delish! Food Network. It's convincingly breezy, right? Have you ever watched? The dishes are delicious and they make it seem so easy. I start to think, heck sure, I'm gonna try to make heirloom tomato gazpacho or tarragon flank steak. Food Network makes my efforts look tragic. And how is it their kitchens clean themselves up just like magic? I'll probably never make a single recipe. Food Network is a fantasy. I like the chicken satay purses with wasabi aioli, Venetian rolled pizza with sun-dried peach guacamole, bouillon-based burgers with tomato, fennel relish, and figs Provençal, Thai pesto crostata, plum peanut panna cotta. I gotta try them all and figure out what the heck I just said. Food Network. I follow with obedience, although I've never heard of more than half the ingredients. But I can dream someday I might make mango mint mojitos, my own sourdough starter, or Mexican chili cheesecake. Food Network. All the chefs are on fire when they take that first bite. I could burst with desire. I can almost taste it through my TV. Food Network is the place for me. So many chefs in one spot, and they all look hot. They whip out a fancy kitchen tool, and I start to drool. I want to have my fill of whatever's on your grill. Food Network, that's the place for me. Everybody join me in a yum yum. Ready? Here we go. Yum, yum.
Lauren Mayer, everybody. Facebook land, come on. Lauren Mayer, Food Network, thank you so much. Lauren, what's next for you before we go away? You knock your stuff down again.
Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, you're right, I will. Just doing my songs every week. I'm Lauren Mayer Comedy Songs on Facebook. And
Well, they can get on. Do you have like a newsletter or like a mailing
you
list?
go to laurenmayer.com and you click get 3 free songs and you get on my mailing list and you'll get news of my concerts and my weekly songs. I don't know what I'll find to write about.
HGTV, little gardening next week.
Yeah, maybe. So yeah, go to Lauren like Lauren Gilmore or Lauren whatever her name is on Gilmore Girls if you're young, Lauren Bacall if you're my age, Mayer like Metro Golden if you're old, or like John Mayer if you're young.
All right, thank you. Let's hear it again. Go! Yay! That was beautiful. That was lovely, all the Food Networks. You ever watch Food Network and you see that Jeffrey Sakarian guy, Lauren? You know him? You know him? Anybody knows Jeffrey Sakarian?
What does he make?
Well, you know, he's usually on Chopped, isn't he?
Okay. Yeah,
He's the kind of guy that says he's an American, but he says crap, and you just want to punch him in the face. You know, every time he says crap, just drives me nuts every time. I hate pretentious cooks.
Yeah, he's full
Pretentious
of crap.
I have to show one other sex reference. Is somebody? I wrote that song because somebody said, you know, it feels like on Food Network, it's like a porn movie. When they take a bite, it's like the finishing shot of a porn movie. So
Only for women.
that's true.
Not for me. Not for me. That's why I don't watch the porn. Okay. Well, on that happy note, we have an incredibly special guest. Where are you, Alex? I'm going to bring him up so we can look at him at first because he's a beautiful man. There's Alex Elkin. Alex and I met. Did we meet on your radio show or had we met before that?
No, you came onto our radio show, and that's how we met.
Alex Elkin, who not only won the San Francisco competition, but also works everywhere and just started with Carnival. I apologize that you just started working for Carnival and then COVID came and took all your money away.
Yeah, well, I got to keep what I made, so thank goodness we're still riding on that.
Well, yeah. You'll be back. Have you? Well, November, December. I mean, not November, December, January. I mean, you filled out your survey, right?
No, I didn't get one. Everybody's supposed to.
Do you have an agent?
My agent's supposed to have gotten me one. I didn't get it, so.
You need to call your agent because they called me and asked me where you were. So please, they miss you. So, but Alex, for everybody that doesn't know, as you look at him. He did you guys did the most amazing radio in Oregon. It was just, and you have such a brilliance about you with you're quick and funny, and you can be nice and also cutting at the same time. As we've learned, as you've said how horrible I am this whole show, made me feel okay.
Brad,
so
you're great. You're great. I love Brad. I only make fun of the ones that I like because the other ones I really mean it.
That's true. I also I met your wife and your kids one time, and they are the most darling people.
Yeah, they still are. They're really they're good. We added another one since we've been together, Brad. You know, I don't know if
you have 4?
But the last time we saw each other, you were on your way to London or England.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, 2014, I was moving to England.
Yeah, so that's the last time we spoke. Yeah, we had a baby in 2015, and she's wonderful. I think we're gonna keep her around. So very happy.
That's good. Your oldest son is a joy. I love following the stuff you do with him and some of the videos and the stuff he says. It's just he's a brilliant young man. So okay, well, enough sucking up, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to talk anymore. Talk, Alex Elkin. Thank you.
Thank you. You know what? Thank you, Jeff Shaw. Look at he's the only person on this show with more prettier hair than me. No, Lauren, yours is lovely, but I was going to talk about your voice in a minute.
Okay.
But Jeff is he's got 2 things going for him. He's got the great hair, and he's also my goal weight. I gained more than the COVID-19. I think I'm on the COVID-28. Right?
Same here.
It's my own fault. It's my own fault. You know, I mean, a lot of people. I mean, really, I don't know what kind of introduction Brad could really give me. You know, lately you've seen this comedian walking from the living room to the garage, snacking handfuls of chocolate chips from the freezer. You know? This comedian has been seen eating over the sink in his underwear. Give it up for Alex Elkin. You know, that's the new punishment for my kids. I say, listen, anytime you guys miss the trash or you screw up, the bathroom's not clean to my standards, I'm walking past your classroom Zoom meeting in my skivvies. That's what's happening. I'm gonna go up to Spanish class and go, check me out in my tantarans. What's up? He said, Dad, that's racist. Oh, he calls me Papa. Papa, that's racist. You don't know what racism is. You're young and stupid. Anyway, he's 15. He's experiencing his body, everything sticky and crunchy around the house. That's why I'm living in the garage. I mean, I can't touch a hand towel without scraping my cornea or something. You kidding me? I used to walk into his room, I'd step on a Lego or Cheerios maybe, huh? Now I got a gym sock that can cut my foot open like a piece of glass on the beach.
That's yours.
I got a 13-year-old boy. He's the middle kid. I don't know much about him. We don't talk to him. And then the middle kid. And then we have the 4-year-old girl. She's the girl, you know, so she's got me wrapped around her finger. She's just our little beautiful darling girl. And I don't know how she got
here.
What's that?
Please make the sound, guys.
Are we phantom?
My mom came in and they don't know their on, so
Oh, wow. Brad, I didn't know you were so young. You're still living with your mom. Awesome.
That's right.
I wanted to mention Brad's comedy is a lot like these COVID-19 masks. A lot of people just don't think they work. I have. Oh, come on, Steve. That was a goodie.
Goody.
I'm sorry. I was just caught up on your hair.
I laughed at your top 10. Well, I laughed at your top 7 at least. I don't know.
Hey, that's
Valerie
better. I said
Bertinelli,
top
just do your
6.
act.
I did top 6, so.
Are you kidding? This is my act. I haven't encountered other people in like 9 months, man. Look, Lauren, I'm gonna fantasize about you tonight. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm gonna sing in the shower, and it's gonna be old timey hits. You and oh my God, you and who else? Bette Midler. Yeah.
I'm flattered.
Oh,
That's probably more fun than I'll have.
are you kidding me? Lauren and Bette in a Jew sandwich? That would be. Oh, you could put horseradish and on it. I would eat you up. You're like a piece of brisket. I love you. I'm living here in the garage, you guys. They got me all quarantined out here. Well, really, I'm just fighting with my wife. I'm so sick of this whole COVID thing. I mean, it's upsetting, right? Are we all tired? We're tired of it. I don't know where you're all living, but we don't have enough people dying around here for me to really care about it anymore. And I had to turn off the news. I really did. You know, I just got sick of it. One night when, my wife we're in bed, we're getting going, and she screams out Dr. Fauci's name.
He is cute.
I pulled my mask down. I pulled my mask down. I said, "What the hell?
Yeah.
It's not romantic." I don't know. I think honestly, it seems like some people want to treat COVID-19 like a sexy disease or something. I think that's kind of dumb. I think we should treat COVID-19 like a high IQ, right? Just assume that you have it. You probably don't. If you got tested, either way, you'd be disappointed. I don't know. I'm just sick of it. I'm tired of all the mess about. I know people are tired of dying. That's something to be tired of too. But my hair was just as short as Avram's when this whole thing started. And look at this. I look like Hagrid from Harry Potter had sex with Shrek. The hardest part is, I don't know if you guys have young kids. Avram, I'm sure Steve is probably Steve, are you doing this in Avram's attic? What's going on? Are you back home here?
Yeah.
This is Brad, you should call this the Living at Home show. That's what it is. We're all back living with mom, and we're doing our own podcast. We're going to stay up all night. We're going to drink Pepsi, and we're going to watch Gremlins and on video.
And then Lauren's going to knock down all her shit.
We can say shit.
No, you can't.
Oh,
No.
Only I can.
Oh man, because I had a whole shit.
Might as well.
I had this whole bit. It was complete shit, and I can't.
Yeah.
Anyway, the hardest part, really, I don't know if you guys have young kids. Avram, I don't know how hard it was for you to explain the pandemic to Steve, but it was difficult for me to explain to my 4-year-old exactly what's going on, because there's no handbook that says, here's how to describe a worldwide pandemic to a toddler. It doesn't come with, it doesn't pop out of her. And so I had to really go back into my thoughts. And, Lauren, I don't know if you remember the boogeyman. Did you have a boogeyman or somebody that's scary lived in your closet? Somebody that maybe looked like Jeff Shaw or something? Because, my God, you look like Slender Man. Like, I halfway want to know you, and then halfway I want to run from you. But Lauren probably feels the same way. I don't know. Did you have a scary monster? Because that's where I had to go with my 4-year-old. She wants to know why we can't go to the park. She wants to know why she can't go outside and play with her friends. And, and I don't know what to say other than it finally hit me. I said, okay, we're going to bed. The lights were off and we're about to say goodnight. And I said, okay, sweetie, okay. Remember when we had a scary monster that lived under our bed, and the boogie scary man that lived in the closet, and we were scared of him because we didn't know when he was going to come out, and we didn't see him and we couldn't see him, but he was there, wasn't he? But then we talked about it and we realized that it's not real, right? We looked under the bed, there was nothing there. We looked in the closet, there was no scary man, so there was nothing to be afraid of, right? Well, sweetie, there's a deadly virus going around that does live under your bed, and it's invisible, and it's in your closet, and it could murder you at any moment. It could kill your mother, your brothers. Why, it could murder the dog. You could wake up all alone tomorrow morning, wandering the streets in your nightgown, barefoot. What are you going to do? Do you have any food? No, you're going to starve, aren't you? And if somebody comes to find you, how will you stop them? Do you have a rifle? Do you know how to load a gun? Have you shot a man in passion? That's why we can't go to the park, Pumpkin. Oh, we. She's doing really. Her therapist says she's doing really well, and we've made some good progress. A good girl. She's the first girl born on my side of the family that's pretty. The rest of them, they look like this. Just look like the meatloaf or something, you know. Kind of bad.
There you go.
'Cause I would do anything for lunch. About now, I'd do anything for lunch in a restaurant where I don't have to wear a mask. You know, honestly, I mean, you guys are performers. Jeff, Lauren, Brad, I'm sure you've talked to comedians. You remember? You'd go into the place, you'd go into the comedy club, and you'd converse. And I got to tell you, it's scary. Avram, you're probably scared like I am too, because you remember during the revolutionary times that America was founded in the taverns. America was founded in the bars, in the places where we gathered and we drank our drinks and we gave our stupid ideas, and we came up with some good ones too. Like, hey, we don't want to be taxed without representation. And we took the good ideas and we brought them out to the square. We took the bad ideas, took them to the bathroom and beat the shit out of them, but we took the good ideas and we went out into those square and we yelled them out, and people gathered and they liked those ideas, and we carried on and we called it America, and it grew. And the scary thing that I'm noticing, I don't know if you're noticing, Lauren or Brad or any or Jeff, when you go to the comedy clubs, when you go to the bars and the taverns now, they've got you in masks. So now we can't see each other. We're strangers to each other now. And they've separated us by at least 6 feet. So now even the stupid ideas we can't hear because we're not close together and able to share these things. And without the idea that we have an identity, you know, because our mask is on, and without being able to talk to one another and take away this idea that we are strangers, we're losing a lot of shit in this country, and it's really kind of scary, especially as a comedian, because we're out there trying to talk about the foibles of the country, and right now, it seems like it's more sad than anything else, because we're all strangers to each other, and we can't even agree on one thing, except for the fact that Brad hates Donald Trump. I get that. Look, Orange Man.
Wait a minute.
Orange Man bad, right? He's a terrible person. We don't like him. He's bad. Boo. Boo.
Boo.
Boo. He's big boo. Large boos. Okay? Big boos.
My jokes are pretty light. I'm not hitting it that hard.
Lauren's writing songs about it, and I think that's wonderful. That's very American of you, Laura. But I think it's great that we can at least all gather under one thing and have some laughs here. So this is really good. I have got a lot of problems. As you probably
Was that the end?
That's my new clothes.
That's your, yeah.
No, I didn't know what. Is there a time, or are we giving do you give us the finger when we're done, or? I mean, we could.
I figured you could just tell time. I thought you could tell time.
Well, how much time was I given?
I told you 10 times. I said do 10 minutes.
Oh,
no, it's
start
okay.
now.
It's like you're doing a Jeff Shaw minute right now.
yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't.
When you're done, Lauren comes over and knocks over your wall.
Okay,
Yeah, that's right.
There you go.
I'm doing the Carlos Mencia pop in. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you're like Robin Williams on Show Up at the Comedy Store night.
No, this is all my shit.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. You and Carlos Mencia are not on the road together.
Oh my God! If Carl, yeah, well, if he got cancer, everybody would ask, "Whose was it?" Anyway.
Yeah.
That's terrific. That's a great joke. It's a great joke.
Good joke. You did a good job.
It's a great joke. Believe me. Believe me.
That was the biggest joke I've ever heard.
Pretty good.
So what are you going to close with?
I don't know. Do you know any jokes?
Well, our Zoom account only gives us 3 hours.
You obviously know I don't know any jokes.
Sorry, Brad. You know a lot of jokes. It's just tell everybody. Well, no, listen, I probably got to get back to the kids. They're out in the car. But it's all right. They got cigarettes and NyQuil, Avram. They're Camel Kids. Camel Kids, right? You get the little Camel Kid jacket on, part of the Joe Camel Kid fun pack. Their own masks. No, actually, I live real close to Portland, so I got to get ready to get out there and start looting because I don't want to get.
Put out a fire or two as you're looting.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. As a white man, I can tell you there's nothing that is going to ally me more to the black community than breaking into a Jimmy John's and stealing a gallon of mayonnaise.
Good night, let's hear it. Alex Elkin, everybody.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Go to alexelkin.com. alexelkin.com. He can come to your show and make it a roast battle. It's a beautiful thing.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, we've seen Alex for 30 minutes. I'm going to go to something else. Okay, so my name is still on one of the things. All right, well, that was fun, and I think we all took a shot. I like that he went after your dad. I think that's that I enjoyed. I think, great. So
Avram's a goody sport.
He's a good sport. That's what I like about Alex. He can do it and still be friends. I think that's unlike a lot of people. It's hard for them to not keep a good sense of humor. And thank you very much for doing that. Oh, by the way, you know what? We have anybody know Jackie Monahan?
Yeah.
She has a special out right now on Prime, and she works all over the country. She's been on like 20 different television shows. She said she wants to do the show in 2 weeks. So yeah, Jeff, you won't be able to follow that either. So join me in the monologue. But so no, this has been, this has been weird, but a lot of fun. Thank you, Facebook Live. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, the guy that I do this show with.
I'm Steve.
Whatever his name was. What was your Steve Goody? Steve Goody. So no, I've had fun.
Obviously,
by the
you
way-
knock over things at the beginning of every show. It's a good omen.
Knock over things every show. So by the way, I do mention this before we go. Look, Alex, Jeff, me, Steve, Lauren, we all have stuff out there in Spotify world, in everywhere. Go to our websites. Just Google our names. Jeff just did a show for him, so he should come up first. But he's now on the top of the Google AdWords. But you can find us out there. I just, if you're on TikTok, I've suddenly broke something in. I've almost had 500,000 views. That hasn't gotten me anything yet, but hopefully someday it will. Find us. We have lots of great work out there, and you can find it. Also, if you want to donate to this show, for everybody who is watching, you can go to virtualcomedyshow.com. I split the money up between all the comics. I will take none of that money until we get $1,000, then I'll take $1. So I will donate to everybody else. Alex got the most kids, so he'll get the most of that. The rest of us, and by the way, Alex, I do want to tell you that only Jeff lives in his parents' basement. The rest of us own houses. So
I don't. I rent.
You rent. So
you should get your landlord to fix that curtain.
That's right. Yeah, what's wrong with that? Okay, well, this show has gotten longer and longer and longer. So, okay, we're going to say goodbye. We're going to play the Thursday song, and anybody wants to hang out that isn't in Facebook land can, okay? Play that thing there, Steve.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a very merry Thursday. It's a special time of week when Thursday bells are pealing and life no longer seems so bleak. Let's open up our presents and carve our Thursday goose and wait for Father Thursday to arrive upon his moose.
You know, we tried to incorporate all of the wonderful family traditions that people associate with Thursdays.
Thursday comes but once a week, but do not shed a tear, 'cause there are more than 50 Thursdays packed in every year, and every single one of them is full of mirth and glee. So stuff your face and break some wind and join the revelry. Have a very merry Thursday. Put on your orange fez and decorate the Thursday tree with milk, bone, spam, and pez. Once you've curled your mustache and donned your Thursday clothes, I'll catch you 'neath the mistletoe and punch you in the nose. Merry Thursday, Merry Thursday.